Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So in our last episode, we did our last bit of examination for Turnabout Sisters, or for the first day of investigation for Turnabout Sisters. We found out about Marvin Grossberg and April May, and we found out that the prosecutor for this trial is going to be Winston Payne, like the first one. Though this is going to be Miles Edgeworth, and yeah, he's apparently a really famous, really nasty prosecutor, and we're going up against him. Oh boy! So let's get into the episode. All right, September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Let's see. And there he is, Edgeworth. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya. I need to get the judgment. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Okay, so I've heard people describe Edgeworth accent as mid-Atlantic, so almost British, but not really British. So the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. If I botched that accent, I apologize. I really wanted to get the accent for Edgeworth right. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. It's Gumshoe! I love this guy. Oh, I love this guy. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this format for the office to explain. The body was found by the window, here. And the cause of death? Oh, I gave Edgeworth the Gumshoe voice. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. We're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Cross-examination. Maya Fey's arrest. So now we're going to actually make use of that press function, which we can do by either pressing the L button, or if we're going to be a scrub like me, that actually triggered it. I didn't mean that. Okay. Well, I guess it just picks up on the slightest detail. But you can just either press that or just say hold it into the microphone. Who'd you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Let's see. Okay, I guess it doesn't pick up on everything, but okay. Let's try actually, like, trying to say something. Hold it! That didn't work. Hold it! Well, that was delayed, but it worked. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Alright. Well, listen. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. Hippie clothes, oh god. You 2 stand out. Like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She's pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. He immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Well, we don't really need to press any of these statements except for this one. Hold on, just one... And you can see the music went away. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess Preston can have its advantages. Yes. Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. After securing... Okay, blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 yada, 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 Detective Gumshoe, I don't care. There was one statement that was suspicious. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I don't think so. We just got... Oh, crap. Wrong button. He gave us the autopsy report yesterday. Death was instantaneous. Ahem, ahem. She didn't write it before she died, you imbecile. Objection! This game has really good audio recognition if you couldn't tell. Yeah, in the 3DS games it's not the in the DS games it's not the best. In the 3DS games which I played, the voice recognition is much snappier and much better. Yeah, I definitely said objection, didn't I? Detective Gumshoe. It's the second time it's mispicked up on a word I said. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The objection theme, yes. I like it a lot. I like it. The victim is the only person who could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, detective. Wait for it. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately couldn't have had the time to write anything down. Ah, the Edgeworth objection voice. Mr. Royd, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being... that smug little finger wag. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blunt from a blunt object. But there is a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it is quite easy to imagine that the victim did have the time to write Maya. That is all. Yeah, that entire moment has basically become a meme of the Ace Attorney franchise, where when you're talking about Edgeworth, the meme is when the autopsy report is outdated, or the autopsy report being outdated is a huge meme for Ace Attorney fans. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham! Detective Gumshoe, are you calling me a fool because I believed your report? Phoenix, please. Me? I'm not, Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Well, what? But, I love Detective Gumshoe. The other meme in the series is how poor Detective Gumshoe's salary is basically cut so low he cannot even buy instant noodles on the past sell date aisle. It's that bad for this poor guy. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. So, well, Your Honor, so if we go to the court record, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Welcome. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests that the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion. Yes. Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution will like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Hi, April. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aww, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, where the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? April. I checked in right after lunch. This hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. You want me, big boy? Please testify to the court. Oh my god, that was terrible. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright, the witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged on one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? I think something else is a little bit firm. Mr. Wright, I understand that you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? No thanks. I'm just kidding. No, you're right. I guess there wouldn't be much point. I'm glad you saw the error of your ways so soon, Your Honor. The prosecution rests its case. What? That's it? Very well. Wait, hold on. Yes, Mr. Wright, change your mind? Will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I better or I'll lose on the spot. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. I just like choosing all the funny things. Like, I don't even know what some of these things do. Like, choosing the wrong answer. Witness's account. Okay. So, let's see. Does anything look strange? Are you... To quote John Cena, are you sure about that? Let's ask her. How do you know she was a defendant? Uh-huh. Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony, you scrub. Hold on a minute, that testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Wait, do I? I don't know. You're lying, you scrub. You, are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? She looks a little unhappy, to say the least. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. No, you're clueless in general, lady. Huh. If you really witnessed my client, Mia Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. You do have a point, Phoenix. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Aw, don't roast her, please. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. The witness's account. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then, the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The Thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. How did you know it was a clock? You, sneaky! You! Come on, go! You couldn't have known it was a clock, you snake! No! That one was easy. Very easy. Miss May, What you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You got him. And Phoenix doesn't pay any attention to that. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much as the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. He was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I don't think so. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I'm from my hotel room. That was my phone. I apologize for that. Oh god. The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. You could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions. Quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No. I chose the wrong thing there. I thought that was right. I misremembered. I'm terrible. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. If you remember the phone call that was had at the beginning of the chapter, that clock is missing its clockwork. You gotta remember that stuff. How could you possibly? Just have a look, as soon as you can. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Think you pushed a nerve there, Phoenix. Well, Miss May? I don't... Tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? I love how cocky and smug Phoenix is. Like, They don't happen all the time, but those moments when you get to see the sprite and Phoenix is cocky and smug, you actually know, and you're able to rub it in Edgeworth's face, it just feels so satisfying. Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is, now if you remember back to that conversation I mentioned earlier, how that conversation happened at the beginning of the episode, of episode 2. Or, no, what I mean is the second episode of the second case. I forget what I'm saying. But that conversation happened at the beginning, before the murders. So, if we check the call record... Yeah, they already know. So... Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? Oh, I love that sprite phrase where he's not happy. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Oh, good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this work was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. And you can see her eyes twitching. She's not happy. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do, you stupido. The witness claims she had seen it before. Well, this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Oh then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Well, it's not bought or sold in a store. It's simple, the clock was never in any store. Ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. I'm going to be Roydbach, so yeah. Actually, we're running low on time. The episode's pretty much over, so yeah. Let me see what is the button. No, there we go. So, if you guys want to see more that was all for today's episode. In this episode, we went over and talked to April May, and we were in the court, and we saw Detective Gumshoe, and we found out everything that went on. So, if you guys want to see more Phoenix Wright, definitely click that like button, and like, comment, subscribe, and see everything, and all that. I will see you guys next time.